Thankfully, ay Dios mío, the Discord was saying, oh, they're going to win another trophy before Arsenal does. Me la pelaron, cabrones.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a shame they were so close.
No, it's
Tottenham.
no shame at all. ¿Qué onda, mi Cesar?
¿Qué onda, Omar? ¿Cómo andas?
Bien, bro. Just here. It's a little warm, but it's freshening up this week.
Yeah.
Listo pa la playita, ¿no?
Listo para la playita, listo para andar en el juego, coaching again.
Oh, yeah, you start coaching, bro.
Start coaching.
Do you have new ideas? Así, ya viniste esta temporada para andar como que, hey, ahora soy Pep. Cabronas, ¿eh?
Not necessarily like new ideas, but you get new players. You're in a new like level / like bracket. So it's always fun and kind of nerve-wracking your first few games, making sure you kind of, si pierdes, no vayas a perder 5-0 porque se te va el bote.
No, te corren, güey. Los iraragorris.
Más que eso, like the girls, you feel bad, you know, and like you start losing confidence. So it's your very first, second, third, you should have it así calmado en la cosa. Make sure un 0 atrás, poner tus mejorcitas atrás, cuidar and then start building from there.
Cuidar el cero. That's what they say, bro. Hay que empezar. Saber defender primero.
Sí, a huevo.
What does it matter? Soccer's about scoring more than your opponent, so you have to get scored on less, right? At the end of the day. ¿De qué sirve if you make 4 si te meten 5?
Yeah.
¿Verdad? So
this week we've been doing a lot of defensive work.
Okay.
So it's fresh in their minds, and we go into the weekend y están listas.
Hey, the ball or the man. The ball or the man, never both, cabrón. Or the woman.
Los elbows.
But do you chill out when you're, I mean, I haven't coached in fucking 10 years. Did you, in the off season, are you at home just like, ay, cabrón, I'm cooking with the freaking drawing board?
Sometimes.
Y luego si mi 8 se mueve así, y luego cierra, inverted winger.
Oh, maybe I'll put her here.
Yeah.
No, it's more of like just reinforcing ideas that you have in your head by what you see. Porque a veces como que you, at least for me, sometimes you doubt yourself as a coach, which can be good because then it leads you to like, okay, like I need to get education or I need to watch more videos or lo que sea. But I think at the end of the day, like you have to be able to talk to the kids.
Oh yeah.
Si no puedes hacer eso, ¿de qué importa que seas pinches?
Exactly.
Reincarnated.
Yeah, de qué te sirve yelling at them if you never taught them what that even means, right?
Exactly.
You tell them, hey, I don't know where, do the park the bus, and they're like, what do you mean? We're possession based. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you want us to, right? I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about how La Volpe's style of play was just so different from a bunch of different coaches. And I forgot what player it was, but he was talking about like you come from one school of thought, which is just like, hey, you just así se juega y así vas a jugar ahora. Versus like when you would go to La Selección, La Volpe, and that dude would have like code words and like tell you like, hey, do this, because he sees it ahead of time. He's like, hey, they're going to start attacking more on the left. So, hey, Osorio, like, instead of going up so much, más defensivo. And he would just make like an adjustment, como si fuera pinche quarterback de la NFL. He'd be like, hey, más defensivos right now for 10 minutes. You know, I'm not like just kind of switching things up. And I was like, damn, that's a little bit of a different concept.
Yeah, and Eyes on the Sea is like a chess game, you know, you have to know which piece to move at what time, your timing. So, I mean, it's kind of the same with youth, pero you have to be more not so like expert level, like bringing down to like the bare bones, the foundations, like enseñarles a defender y decir, hey, what does this word mean? Like staying goal sided can help you a lot, especially at that age. A lot of kids, yeah, a lot of kids just don't know how to do that. O se les olvida. So, yeah, just reminders, porque at the end of the day, it's just, can you beat your one-on-one? Y si puedes, your team is going to do okay.
Exactly. We love it. If you want to hear more soccer content, coaching content, folks, we got a little something in the works. Okay. We're hoping that we can get you guys something like that along the ways. But you guys let us know if you guys want to hear that. Welcome back to episode 161, folks. We got a whole bunch in the agenda today. Action packed because we're starting to get things back. We got Super Cup today, so finally some European footy. We avoided disaster. By disaster, I mean Tottenham almost winning a trophy. So gracias a Dios. We had the Community Shield over the weekend. We had Liga Matches. También we had the Tocho por Ocho, the championship, over the weekend. So let's get right into it. Let's start it up. And folks, right at the beginning, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below, engage with us here on YouTube or whatever platform you're listening to. Share us because we're almost at 500 subs on YouTube and we really need that help to get there. Para romperla, vámonos. We're going to be your favorite and the best Liga MX / Pocho / Spanglish podcast of all time.
Yeah, and comment FPL if you're trying to join the Fantasy Premier League. We got going on $25 buy-in.
We just passed last year's numbers.
Pot is at 675,
650, algo así.
So if you win one of the months, we have monthly winners, 10 months in total. You get your money back plus some more. And
I promised if we get some more heads in there, I'm going to put up a jersey for the winner, even though I won last time. I didn't get a jersey. Who bought me a jersey? But if you guys beat me, whoever's first place, you get a free jersey at the end of the season.
Please let it be in America. Me or somebody.
$100 cap. All right, let's get into it. The big matchup was today. The winner of the UEFA Champions League against the winner of Europa League. And it was PSG versus Tottenham. This is PSG's first game that I've seen. I couldn't find trace of any even scrimmages that they did since they imploded at the Club World Cup against Chelsea. Tottenham's definitely had games. They had games in like Shanghai. Asia, I think they were part of the summer series. Technically, I don't know what the hell they did. But just for some context, I bet on it. I did PSG to win by 2 goals. Pasó.
Yeah, I was different shout saying 2-0 after what it played out.
I thought it was going to be I was like, they're going to come angry after losing to Chelsea, losing an international trophy there. They're going to come here. They're going to smack Tottenham in the mouth. Easy peasy, and they'll get right back to a good next season. But unfortunately, no pasó así. Tottenham went up early in the first half. They had a really good first half. They went into the half, 2-0 at that point. It looked like they had all the answers very similar to how Chelsea did at the Club World Cup. Como que the quality just wasn't there for PSG. But it reminds me, 6 months ago or whatever, when we were in group stages and PSG wasn't this PSG that we think of today. But it looked like Tottenham had it in their hands.
Yeah, it was set pieces that got Tottenham ahead, and you're like typical English ball, just being able to put it away. The Argentinos helped them put it away. One of them was Romero, and the other one was Bentancur.
Uruguayo.
Con todo respeto. And you're just like, holy shit, like Tottenham really are doing it. Nuevo coach no pierde type of vibe. Keeping the same run from Europa League. And this PSG that we thought was going to be a dynasty is imploding yet again. It's like, are they returning back to their old ways? The Discord was like, what is this? What's going on?
You had some choice words for the keeper.
Yeah, the second goal, which I thought was because Donnarumma was ousted. Dijeron que Luis Enrique was like, Donnarumma is not my keeper. It's a decision I'm making. I'm like, okay, this is the next game. After those words, your keeper better do better than Donnarumma, or at least similar. In that second goal, I thought the keeper should have done better. I thought Donnarumma would have been to do better there.
Donnarumma is like 6 inches taller than him. This kid, he's still pretty young. Como que se ve verde. He's even got the shaved head. It looked like Chivas players when they shaved their head before their first game. So he was having a bit of a rough go in that first half. But thankfully for him, the subs came on in the second half. More specifically, Kang In Lee came off the bench, Gonzalo Ramos, and they really provided a spark that they weren't having in like the first 70 minutes, PSG. Yeah. Like you mentioned, maybe the new coach, Thomas Frank, I think he's German. Maybe he showed them how to play ugly ball, right? Vámonos. Like if you're in the championship, boys, not in the first division championship, ball up and header that shit in.
Yeah.
And it worked for them. And then PSG gets frustrated. It becomes easier. You get more spaces. It's Tottenham, right? At one point, they look like they were like tiki-taking around them because that confidence when you're up 2-0 and the other team's frustrated. But yeah, then we get into the second half. Everyone thinks it's over. People are talking smack in the Discord. But Kang In Lee gets a goal in the 85th minute. He was the best spark. Like when he came in, it just looked like he wanted it. He was moving everywhere, moving the pieces, touching every single ball. And I was like, damn. Entró con ganas, but they're going to lose.
Confident. It felt like Luis Enrique had the right words to tell him, to decirle que hiciera, más aparte que él dijo, you know what, I'm going to put this team on my back. Because right now, it's either we win a championship, another trophy, or not.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we lose one huge South Korean star in Europe, and then born again. Here comes a new one born now in PSG. Hopefully, he gets some minutes this season. But he gets his goal, and then in the last play of the game, Ballon d'Or contender still because they got this win. In my opinion, I thought if they lost, that they would throw him out the door for that. But Dembele gets a good run down the line, gets one of those laser balls right in front of the goal. Uno de esos brincapiés al que le llegue, whatever, whoever can touch it. And Gonzalo Ramos gets a good deflection y goal.
Yeah, Tottenham were just left asking for the offsides when there never was.
Their whole life got sucked out of them. That was it. Like,
and even before that goal, just PSG were all over Tottenham. It looked Tottenham... Se sentía que iban a perder. Se sentía que Tottenham was like dead in the water.
After the first goal,
yes.
Before the first goal, it looked like they got it. But even the commentators are saying you can't let them get that first goal because el 2-0 es el marcador más chingón, no sé qué en la vida. But yeah, they let themselves get beat on the first goal. And then at that point, it was just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Is there enough time for another goal? And there definitely was.
It definitely was. And then into penalties we go.
Yeah, into penalties we go. And what always happens when te pasa la maldad that you were winning and then you lose, you take out your best penalty kick takers también. Like a Richarlison, who you think as a striker would be really good. Sar, all these good attacking players, you sub them out for a bunch of youngsters, fresh legs. And then you start looking, all right, who's going to shoot for me in my penalties?
Yeah.
And Mickey Van de Ven missed terribly his shot. También on the other side, the coin, Vitinha was the first one to shoot, and he did the little paradinha, the little brinquito.
Hate that. Absolutely.
But you're a keeper, so you hate it because también sometimes te hace ver pendejo.
No, yeah. If they score on you, it's really annoying because doesn't ver menos, doesn't sentir, at least that way. If you're the one attacking, right, if you're the one taking the penalty and you miss, te miras todavía peor, in my opinion.
No, for sure.
And I hate it. I don't like that penalty.
If you do any of those, Luis Romo just missed one.
Yes.
We'll talk about it. Pulido just missed one this past weekend. It looks terrible if you're the taker because you have to be 100% if you're going to do that thing. You did it because it supposedly helps you. It gets the keeper off balance. But if you miss it, you better believe you're going to get yelled at in the locker room by the coach. Like, why? I told you. Acuérdate, güey. Te dije. Just dale con huevos y ya.
Not only by the coach, but by the fans, by everybody, you're going to get yelled at.
Well, yeah. Because it doesn't look like you gave yourself a chance sometimes. Because, like, sometimes le tiras el fierrazo and the keeper just smacks it. Everyone, oh, he tried he smacked it con todo. Le echó ganas. But if you do a brinquito and then Vitinha missed it completely
wide.
And the keeper was the other way already. And he like whoosh. When that happens, then the fans are like, they're ruthless. They have what's your leg to stand on? It was wide open. You took your time. You could have toe poked it. But
yeah. No. And you can see with the same guy who scored, King Lee. Mm-hmm. He came after the Tottenham player, Matisse Tell missed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like you could just tell on the face in the run up and this concentration that he really just wanted to slot it away. No bullshit, no little half step, stutter step, nada, just slot it away.
You know, they say the most secure way to take it is, you know what, you set it in your head, ahí la va a poner to this side, and you try your hardest to shoot it well and to shoot it hard and to like no slipping, no nothing, ponla ahí donde dijiste, and it'll go in. Es lo que dicen. No, that's the most secure way to shoot it. But people try to cheat the system, right? Get a little brinquito, get fancy, half step on the keeper. But who didn't get fancy there was Tottenham. Thankfully, ay Dios mío, the Discord was saying, "Oh, they're gonna win another trophy before Arsenal does." Me la pelaron, cabrones.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a shame they were so close.
No, it's
Tottenham.
no shame at all.
Your Arsenal?
No, it's no shame. It's no shame.
Más. Tienen como tantos años.
I mean, people like it's so sometimes some of the arguments are so exhausting. Oh, they won a trophy. Cabrón, you don't think this Arsenal que le partió la madre a todos in the Premier League wouldn't have won Europa League? Duh, they would have. You'd think they wouldn't have won Conference League just to show you guys up that they've never won European trophy.
Yeah, champions?
Yeah. We're
almost there. Maybe next season.
In all honesty, I would rather them get to semifinals of Champions League than win Europa or Conference
League. And
then
lose in the SuperCup.
Then they wouldn't go to the SuperCup because they didn't make it. But I would rather them.
So you think your Arsenal le hubiera ganado a this PSG if they would have played in the SuperCup?
I mean, depends what Arsenal you get, right? Like, I don't know how they're doing right now this offseason, but that PSG that was wounded like that, a stronger team should have gone harder, closed down spaces, finished the game, bro. You were up in the 70th minute, like in the 85th minute, you were up 2-0. You're telling me you're Tottenham, you're trying to be top four grande in England, and you couldn't just control the game and tiki-taka and waste time. You have Argentinos, waste that fucking time. But I don't know why I'm coaching Tottenham right now. No, I'm just glad. I'm glad. But no, you said no Donnarumma, and apparently he's verbally committed to City,
which is crazy, which is insane because City has Ederson.
I think he's gone.
He's gone.
I think
sure, out the door, halfway out the door into Saudi Arabia somewhere.
Probably Saudi. It's got to be Saudi Arabia. Which, for the sake of the Brazilian national team, I know they got Alisson, but like, if I'm Carlo Ancelotti, I'm like, hey, bro, stay in Europe. I need you, my guy.
Yeah, I see Donnarumma coming in straight away. It's just a shame for Ederson, but I mean, you have a Champions League winner, goalie. Why not take him? I know yo le di con todo in that leading up to their final in the Champions League, but I mean, he's earned it.
Yeah,
he shut us up that final.
He exactly did, and I'm assuming PSG is not going to ride the youngster. I'm assuming they're going to go for their star player.
They're going to go for
Mike Maignan or
they're going to go for
Unai Simon.
They're going to go for Unai Simon, I can see that.
And then Alex Padilla starts at
Hey, let's go. We're cooking.
Am I cooking right now, folks? You guys let me know. All right. So moving over to English footy, we did have Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, the Community Shield, which apparently is cursed. The winner of the Shield doesn't win the league the next year.
Oh, Crystal Palace.
Look at these, and Crystal Palace will not. No.
As long as they do well, I got a couple of draft players.
En sus sueños. I mean, they're gonna have trouble making it into European competition overall, right? Top 6, top 7. But they did kill it here. They were down 1-0 and then 2-1 in this match. They stuck in there. They did their best. Etiquette. ¿Cómo se llama, güey? Etiquette.
Sepa.
La etiqueta de la camisa. Sí, he scored in his debut for Liverpool. Amazing goal. Kind of scary when you think about it. You're like, wasn't he supposed to be a project?
He's French, no? Or German? French. Yeah, he's French.
He's French. Como si
he
no
came from the German Bundesliga.
From Frankfurt. Como que no tuvieran enough French players already. Another baller comes out. He's huge, super tall, only 23 years old, gets his goal.
Only 6'3".
For Liverpool. Only 6'3". Yeah. Oh.
Casi Malagón height.
Yeah, almost. Gets his goal in his debut. What else can you ask of him?
Yeah.
Puts one away. They were up by the time that he came out. They were up 2-1 after a Frimpong wonder goal. I think he tried to cross it, and he tried to get it up, and then he basically chipped the keeper. And Crystal Palace just hung in there however they could. Mateta with the penalty. That fool looks like a grown-ass man playing.
Yeah, that fool looks like he's from 2006 when Drogba was playing.
He's got tucked-in shirt. His shorts are too small. He's got the really long socks and huge legs.
Yeah.
He looks like somebody's uncle out there, like Sunday League, that like, I don't know, he played in semi-pro or something, and he's like, hey, todavía la hago, cabrón.
Todavía puedo, ¿qué creen?
No, he's a joy to watch, and he had that crazy injury at the end of last season. Remember, he had the mask?
Yeah.
Thankfully, he can play without the mask now.
He's only 28, by the way.
Damn, that's a big-ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Damn,
he's 6'4".
Damn. Imagine that fool running at you. God damn, as a defender. You're like, cabrón.
Ay, Dios mío, yeah.
No,
Lisandro Martinez, imagine.
Oh, my God. And then in the 77th, like basically a pure hustle goal, the Sar, one of the many Sars in the Premier League. He gets a goal, which takes them to penalties. Coin flip at that point. But you get more of a coin flip. Your odds are better than a coin flip when you have Dean Henderson and his famous water bottle.
Let's go. Water bottle again. Ya se la aplicó. Pickford se las ha aplicado. I can't remember who else.
But most keepers have water bottles now.
Yeah.
Most keepers have water bottles.
I think Allison or Edison had one.
Or yeah, I've seen that for sure. And then for the most part, they look at sheets or iPads before shooting, right? Like on the water break, they go through and then they got the coach. Hey, wait, te voy a tirar.
Statistically
but it's so easy to just take the water bottle and it tells you their favorite way. It was funny. They did an interview with after England played Spain at the Women's Euros final. The keeper, the keeper, the England that plays for Chelsea. She said that she noticed that the Spanish keeper had the water bottle with it, and just pure banter. She was telling the co-host that she saw that she was guessing the shots the right way because of her water bottle. So in one of them, she went and she grabbed it and she threw it to the English fans. And then she went in and they ended up winning. England ended up winning.
Hey, let's go.
And la homegirl was just like looking for her water bottle, like what the hell? And que le dio su water bottle, like her own.
Yeah.
Like, let's share this one,
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, bro, that's low-key cold.
Lo que sea, hey, para ganar. That's cool.
Why not? I mean, like, you're not entitled to have that shit, bro. Fucking, if they had a paper, I'd be like,
sopas,
rip
it up real quick, yeah.
But that's hilarious. But maybe that's what Alisson Becker should have done here. He should have taken a look at what Dean Henderson was doing between penalties.
And there was 3 missed penalties. Ya saben porque Henderson got them. I think Henderson got 2 of them.
Mo Salah la mandó
a volar.
Hasta, no manches, güey.
Hasta
la luna,
the
güey.
space station.
No, for sure.
And then Eze missed his and Sosa missed it. So el que ganó fue Justin. But I mean, this Crystal Palace winning back-to-back trophies. Los que se ha podido ganar, they've won it this past season, which is really good for them. They haven't been bought out, right? So this is all just out of the same ownership that they've had.
Yeah, I think their owner might be like a gambling mogul. Like he might be like a billionaire.
He's got all the data and bringing in the right players.
No,
encontró a Mateta y dijo, ese tráigamelo para acá.
And he has a lot of great talent to sell. If he sold Mateta, he'd get an arm and a leg because strikers de esa calidad, very few and far between in the league.
Yes.
If he sold Eze to Arsenal, he could get 60 plus. If he sold a pinche white boy, Adam Wharton, the center mid, he's seen as like, the people are saying that he's like Iniesta, but English or some shit.
Crazy. The 21-year-old, by the way.
The most Spanish English footballer they're calling him because he's got that silkiness, that quality. So Crystal Palace tiene to grow their team or para vender y hacer negocio.
Guehi, ya mero se lo vendían a Newcastle, no sé por qué. But yeah, they have a lot of talent.
They have some big names. They got some big names. Yeah, but with that, Crystal Palace gets another trophy that my Arsenal doesn't win, unfortunately.
Pa la otra. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year, bro. Let's keep it in English footy. Let's talk championship. We got a couple matches. Just a couple, así, porque...
Nada más para que se vayan picando la cosa.
Just para mojar el pico un poco. We had Southampton versus Wrexham. I had it as my games to watch because I was going to hate watch Wrexham. Ya ando atascado de
hasta el cuello.
Tele, de fútbol, de TV merchants. I was hoping that they lose. They were up 1-0 until the 89th minute. And some random sub, because I don't know half of the players in the championship, but some random guy that looks like a plumber. Le clava un golazo de tiro libre, bro.
Golazo.
Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. So we're 90 plus. And we're thinking, pues así van a quedar, ¿no?
1-0.
Cada quien para su casa 1-1 at that point, ¿no?
Okay, yeah.
And then a freaking crazy goal que parecía la de Troy Deeney, that Deeney, like back and forth. And Southampton gets the game winner in the 96th minute, bro. At home, in front of your home crowd, con el gordote ese that's like doing the...
Oh, yeah, with the big socks.
The Triple H freaking Shawn Michaels dance.
Let's go.
That feels cringe as hell.
Yeah, but I mean, this match was crazy. It's perfectly set us up for the Premier League. I mean, the championship is cool también porque there's a lot of stories like the Deeney story that we saw. But Wrexham, yes, harta. So mirarlos perder 2-1 in the last minute the way they did, I was like, hey, Southampton next year, te me vienes otra vez a la Premier League. Eh?
Pero no la aplicaron, dude. They freaking played Cup yesterday, and they were down 2-0, and they ended up winning in penalties. They scored 2 in the last couple of minutes, and they went to penalties. Pero que en Liga no ganen, pues that's what I want. Cesar, tell me, do you think they're gonna have enough to make it to the Premier League?
I don't think they'll have enough. I think the championship is way too competitive.
Do you think they have so little that they'll get sent back down?
No, I don't think. I think they'll stay there for a season or two. Mientras generan más revenue del TV show. Or maybe Necaxa le echa la mano. But yeah, I think they'll stay in the championship for...
Supposedly the Necaxa show is pretty good. I haven't watched it, but I've seen...
it's out already?
Yeah, it's on Hulu, I think.
Oh, I have.
It's on Disney Plus. Because
they're merging anyway.
They have the connection now, yeah. So I was on Disney Plus the other day, and I'm like, what the... Necaxa on Disney?
I get ads of them all the time because my feed is a bunch of soccer, so I get ads all the time.
I mean, I kind of want to watch it because supposedly Eva Longoria is like really mixing in the Mexican culture with it, which I think is pretty cool. But no, mames, what are they gonna have? Necaxa sucks. Like
they do, and then they have ¿cómo se llama el que se fue a Porto?
The coach?
Yeah,
Anselmi. What about him?
Isn't he on Necaxa?
No, Gago.
Gago's on Necaxa. Damn,
yeah, they have Gago. Who, Loki, if we ever have, keep hold me accountable, folks. If we ever have Eva Longoria on the podcast, I'm not going to hold my tongue y le voy a decir, hey, yo tengo que cobrar las verdades, mi doña, eh? Why did you do Chivas dirty like that? ¿No que hay pacto de caballeros? Y caballeras?
Ella que va a saber de eso,
That's
bro.
the thing that I was thinking, counter argument. New ownership comes in. They don't know the drama of the league. But, bro, you don't think they do a background check? Who did you coach at? Chivas? Oh, how did that go?
Nah.
Bro, when you get a job, they ask you, oh, why did you get fired at Big Five? Pues me robé cosas. No. You're telling me they're not going to ask, oh, Gago, why were you only at Chivas for, it says here, 3/4 of a season? They were in playoffs. Why didn't you stay? Oh, pues I don't know.
¿Y por qué te llevaste el AC?
And it says here you took an AC.
Y dejaste la casa en ruinas porque, a ver, dinos.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm going to ask her, folks.
Yeah.
I would ask her.
I know,
hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, we'll see if I watch the show. A ver si me gusta. Probably take a look at season or an episode. Yeah, a ver si.
Yeah, maybe if it's good. I hope it's all vibrant, nice colors. La ciudad, el pueblito.
I heard Aguascalientes is really nice.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? The second match that we want to talk about in the championship, Norwich versus Millwall. No sé por qué chingados, just because Josh Sargent scored? Okay.
Sí, pues es que
did you see his goal?
Some drama ahí pues con los US men's national team fans.
Did you see his goal?
Yeah, it was cool.
Cool. He just jumped up and it hit him. The keeper was trying to come out touching, la iba a despejar, and Josh Sargent runs to it and hits it with his ass, and it goes in.
Bro, what game are you watching? That wasn't the one.
That was... What game are you watching?
Oh, I'm talking about the one with Watford.
No, I mean, that's not a league.
That's Cup, yes.
Yeah. And it went straight off of his legs into the goal. The bolón ping-pong.
Un gol es un gol. ¿Cómo le decían a Chicharito? Él
Nothing
con
hit.
la nuca,
He never,
con la cara.
That was quality. This one no estorbaba.
Oh, yeah, it's quality.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he had that one, and then he had the goal against Watford that they ended up winning that game. Pero ese más bonito el gol, más o menos.
Actually, from play.
But the question is, does he have enough to make it to the national team?
To the national team, pues, I mean, every window they have like 5 forwards that are injured. Aguiman is probably the leader right now that he's in the championship too. But like a Pepe can't freaking stay healthy. Yeah. It should be him.
It should be him.
It should be him 100%. He's got
when
the
he's
size,
healthy,
the speed,
he does well.
The finishing better than Josh Sargent. The size, the speed.
He's younger también.
Yeah, he should be the guy of the future, but he like does well for PSV, and then the moment that the window happens, he gets injured.
Yeah.
But like, what happened to Pifak? What happened to Haji Wright? All those guys, nomás no.
Nomás no hacen de tantos no hacen uno.
I just think Josh Sargent is not explosive enough of a forward. If he were more explosive, he'd also have the quality to be a Premier League
player
striker, and he doesn't. He is a good championship striker. He's almost going to start reminding us of those 34-year-old Irish fools that they have out there, that like Sunderland had, like somebody like I don't know, like Coventry County. City will have that one 35-year-old full up top, and you're just like, oh, he's good, but he's not great.
Yeah. Damn, I wouldn't
even say he's. You had to know, has he outgrown the championship? No.
You don't think he's outgrown it at all?
I think he.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think he deserves the opportunity to like come back to the national team and prove himself.
Yeah, but I don't know if Pochettino will go now, right?
Yeah, that's the issue.
I expected Pochettino to be more of a purist and just take the Balogans.
I see.
Find another striker that we don't know who has a tia that's American and
in the German league, algo.
Yeah.
Bueno.
But no, I don't think he's outgrown it. Yeah, sure, be captain. Yeah, sure, yeah. Unless he scored double digits in the season, I mean, that's what matters.
He has to. He has to now if he wants to be part of the World Cup team.
That's what I'm saying.
Ya lleva 2 in 2 games.
For sure. You see. All right, Cesar, let's bring it to a bit of predictions. We got all of the top leagues starting this next weekend. We got the Prem, we got Serie A, we got LaLiga, which are the 3 that I want to focus on. I want to give you guys a little bit of a fun section, folks. We're going to give you guys our predictions for the top 4 finishers in those 3 leagues. We'll try to keep an eye out for discrepancies from past seasons so we can let you guys know, hey, wait, why did you kick Arsenal out of the top 4? ¿Qué onda? You got to tell me a reason también, okay?
Okay.
So let's start off with the Premier League. Cesar, tell me who is your top 4.
Do they have to be in order?
Sí. That's the only way that matters. I don't care who you think. Like,
ahí te va. Listo.
Right, échale.
Okay. Might be a hot take, but I think they have a really good squad. They have a lot of players to rotate.
No way you're going to say Chelsea.
I'm going to say Chelsea.
Wins it?
I think Chelsea, especially after what they showed.
Recency bias.
Maybe it is. Or maybe it's just that they keep buying players left and right.
De una chiripada.
And I think their coach didn't get enough credit from last season. He was like, yeah. I think this season he's going to go off. I don't think... Okay, that's my first pick.
Le faltó el respeto al Palmeiras, güey. Or whoever it was.
He did, yeah. And then the reporter called him out on it. Second place, I'm going to give it to your Arsenal. I think your Arsenal may be able to finally get a striker if they can. They got Gyökeres.
Yeah.
They have Gyökeres. And then if they stay healthy, I think Arsenal have enough to be second, maybe even first.
Okay.
Ahí está la cosa.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give the next one to Liverpool. I think Liverpool also got a bunch of players. So they get third place. I don't think they'll have an equally as successful season as they did last year.
Damn.
But I think third place is good for them. And then for fourth place, I have Manchester United.
What the hell?
I think Manchester United might be able to do it.
You do Newcastle?
They'll be fifth. I think
and City?
I don't think City's gonna.
Aston Villa.
Ahí se la van a llevar.
Nottingham Forest.
No,
you're just spitting them out like así de balón ping pong, whatever. Goodbye.
Oh, gracias. You want to say Tottenham too?
Yeah. What? ¿Y ellos qué? That's crazy. I mean, I will tell you one thing. If it's not Liverpool in first place, it's Arsenal for sure in first place. So I don't think Chelsea has a chance there. I have Arsenal in first place.
Okay.
This year. Hot take, of course. I have Liverpool in second because I can't deny what they're doing. For them to get rid of TAA and get an even better prospect in Frimpong, I think is wild. Queretaro on the other side to get one of the best prospect outside backs is wild. Jesus Christ. And then you still get Verts. And then you get Etiqueta. No, manches, that's heavy.
Si se hace. I mean, on paper, they should.
That's heavy.
But I don't think they'll do as well as we think they will.
Yeah, but I do have Arsenal as a hot take as first, winning it this season. We're getting Arteta what he needed, a strong 9. He's still missing like an elite winger, like an extra one there. But pues ya que you got your 9. I have City in third.
Okay.
And then I have Chelsea in fourth. Because I think City is going to be up there fighting, taking points away from Liverpool and Arsenal maybe. I think Chelsea, like you said, they're getting better. Cole Palmer seems to be doing better. Joao Pedro, I think, is going to be a game-changer player this season in the Premier League. And your Newcastle, pues, no?
Con todo respeto.
No, pues,
I really hope, and like I want them to, but I just don't think they're spending enough like the rest of them. I know we have that that oil money that everybody talks about, but we're not spending like we have that type of money.
They just got Malik Thiaw from AC Milan.
Yeah.
A little algo salgo.
Pues sí. Dijo
Pues ya que.
I'm just grateful we haven't got rid of Isak or he hasn't left anywhere else.
But he might be frustrated all season, bro. He doesn't want to be there.
I know.
No quiere estar.
¿Qué quieres que te diga?
Es como la tía que invitaste a la fiesta and she's like, pues nomás estoy porque sirven birria. No sé.
Y
Me dijeron que tenía que estar.
que tenía que venir, si no, no me dan herencia.
No, si no, no peleo los terrenos. Let's bring it on to La Liga. Cesar, give me your top 4 in La Liga.
Barcelona. I think Barcelona is just La Masia. That's all I got to say. La Masia keeps pumping these kids out.
Rashford's the solution.
Ándale, también. He's from La Masia, nomás que no se sabe. I think he'll do well. I think Rashford will do well. Rafinha, freaking Lamine Yamal, Pedri, everybody will do well again as long as they stay injury free, which I think even if they don't, like La Masia is there behind them. Second place is going to go for Real Madrid. Okay. They got a good center back now. They got TAA, even though he doesn't know how to defend. I think he'll have quality balls for them, and he plugs a big hole. Even though he's not as good defensively, that's his natural position. He plugs that big hole on the right side. Third one, I mean, the obvious Atletico Madrid. They're cooking up a really good team there. Not spending big money, but están trayendo buenas piezas.
They spent hell of money. They bought the dude from Napoli, Raspadori, I think, or whatever his name.
They also brought in the center mid from Villarreal. Who took over the guy who moved to Inter Miami, that Paul.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then for the third place, I'm gonna give it, or fourth, I'm gonna give it to Villarreal.
Okay.
I think Villarreal will do well.
Los Submarinos, you think they'll make top 4? I got pretty similar. I got Barcelona in first place. I do think that they're gonna win it. I think Real Madrid's struggling and no encuentran what to do with all that talent. What a problem to have, my guys. Real Madrid in second, pretty solidly. They'll probably break away from the pack pretty easily entre los dos. Atletico Madrid in third, and then in fourth, I have Betis.
Hey, Real Betis.
I like some of the transfers that they had coming in. They brought Nelson de Osa, who I think is going to be a sleeper play in La Liga. I think he's going to plug and play and do really well. That dude was levels above Liga Matches.
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
And he has a lot to prove. Just his stories, even going to Mexico, was kind of crazy. Nadie le creía hasta que en Pachuca le dieron una oportunidad and he's taken off massively.
Yep.
He earned his move just in half a year. He went from Pachuca to Monterrey to now to Real Betis.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew he had that talent in Pachuca, but we were all keeping it on the down low. Everyone's like, hey, don't tell anybody that this was in Pachuca.
Se nos va.
Give me your top 4 in Serie A.
Serie A. I'm going to give you Inter.
I think Inter will be champions.
Yeah, I think Inter will repeat.
Okay.
they have something to prove after losing so badly in Champions League. So I think they'll repeat number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna give it to Napoli. Napoli just are forced to reckon it todavía pueden echarle ganas. They still have some key players. For third, I'm gonna give it to Lazio. Did really well last season. I think they'll do well this season. And then fourth, I'll give it to AC Milan because of Santi.
I think Santi will sneak them in. AC Milan was like outside of top, like 6, 7, 8 last season. I got Napoli repeating this year. This would be the first year a team is repeated in Serie A since Juventus won a shit ton in a row like 5 years ago. Inter Milan, I got them in second place. Como que no le vi the movements in this offseason to really bring them to come back and to be at the top again. Like we've talked about it time and time again here, that they're just getting older and older, so I don't think they're going to get that much better. Third, I got Juventus. They're right about there last season. And then fourth, I do have AC Milan sneaking in as well. The big one that I sacrificed is Atalanta. They got rid of Retegui. That fool, the Argentino-Italian dude, went to...
Oh, yeah.
He's playing with freaking Julian Quiñones now.
Oh, he went to Saudi Arabia?
They're teammates on the same team. And I think that's a big, big, big miss for them that I don't think that they filled, because he scored like 25 goals. He was the top goleador by a mile last season.
He's only 26. Y ya se fue a Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm. You got to take that money. But, I don't think my hot take maybe in Serie A would be that I don't think that Atalanta will make top 4. I think they got rid of too much this offseason. So we hope you guys appreciated that, folks. Let us know your guys' top 4 in the comments. Let's bring it on to a couple of news that we got in España, de La Liga. You had some notes here that we got approved for some games in the U.S. possibly.
Yeah, Barcelona got approved to play Villarreal in Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium. This was pretty big news because it's the first time any league is played an official game de Liga que no sea where they're playing, where the league is from.
Mm-hmm.
So
because cups they've done. La SuperCup de España has been in the Saudi league for years now.
Yeah, but this is the first time anybody does it, and Barcelona and Villarreal are happy about it, of course, because they get all the influx, the dollars, the names. But I think Real Madrid has come out and said that this is a nightmare. This is the worst thing for football. Consequences can be so serious. And I think también something that we're forgetting is MLS. MLS, USL also should be kind of worried about this move. So Real Madrid was furious, and they said if this proposal is implemented, its consequences will be so serious that they would mark a before and after for the world of football. Which
I think that shit hits home. Like that, it hits hard. That makes sense. If you're asking me for my opinion on it, I mean, part of it's like, bro, just let them go and make their money. The world of soccer is becoming globalized. The Club World Cup is in the U.S. all of a sudden out of nowhere. It's made up and all this stuff. But that makes sense. If it's the first time it's ever going to happen, you're setting a precedent.
Yes.
That anybody can do it. And if it gets FIFA approved, you're setting a precedent that your league doesn't have to be in your league. What if the whole season de España, de La Liga, gets played in the U.S. because that's where the money's at? At the end of the day, it can lead to a myriad of possibilities where anybody can kind of do whatever they want. It's a bit of an exaggeration that, like, we're never going to have soccer in Barcelona anymore, right? But there's a possibility now. Real Madrid's going to want one next season. And then Villarreal is going to want one the next season. City's going to jump in from England to play some games in the U.S. At what point do we care about the local fans that miss out, that their team doesn't play? At what point do we care about the local business in the U.S., MLS, that doesn't get the love? Because, you know what, I'm not going to go to my Quakes because Real Madrid's coming to Levi's in 3 months.
Yeah, and I think another league we're missing is Liga MX. Like, League's Cup was made up mainly for the Mexican-American fan base to go to these games and fill these games when their teams came across the border and played. So it becomes, like you're saying, globalized. And I think if you're just love the game for what it is, for your fan base and your local team, I think you should be really worried about it, because not necessarily us being worried about it here in the U.S., because we're going to get basically, quote unquote, all the benefits, because those teams are coming over here. We don't no longer have to go to them, but it's more about the Spaniard fan base, the Barcelona locals who have been going and have season tickets generations. Now you're going to tell me I have to travel to go see him even more across the pond. I think just in general, like you said, it's pretty sad that they're doing this. I've never gone to see America here at the States for that very same reason, because I've always told myself, like, the time que vaya a mirar a la América, quiero que sea en el Estadio Azteca, because that's how it's supposed to be, right? Yeah. That's how it's meant to be.
But you're telling me you're not going to be happy at Barcelona, like having the possibility of watching a legit game here in the States where you don't have to go overseas?
Personally, no. Because I'm the idea que el Barcelona tienes que ir a mirarlo al Camp Nou.
Yeah.
Porque así, that's how it was intended. It's a bit of that football purist. Yep. But
I'm okay with neutral finals being played wherever.
Right,
like
yeah.
The Super Cup is supposed to be at a neutral stadium, right? If you do la Copa del Rey, I mean, technically that should probably be done within the country Madrid, if it's Copa del Rey. But the UEFA Super Cup, Conference League final, if you're trying to get the lower division, the lower tier teams to get exposure, bring them to the U.S., bring them to the Saudi League, to the Saudi stadiums, bring them to China, to like new markets. But I think just normal league games, opening up the floodgates to just be like, hey, I want to play one random one in the U.S. I don't know. That just sounds a little funky to me. It sounds like you're pandering. It sounds like you're just
thinking all about the money.
All about the money when it's not supposed to be like that. But I mean, who would at this point more than anybody? El que está más necesitado. Now, right now, Barcelona needs a lot of money this next season. So much so that they were complaining that the women were dragging the overall team down.
Sucks, yeah.
I think they're not allowed to make big transfers because of the amount of weight that the men's side is bringing down of the organization, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
So
the women's game, I mean, in
Spain. So they're going to keep finding ways. Barcelona has a new jersey coming out specifically for El Clásico. They're going to continue with the branding of like the artists.
Which helped them out a lot. But I mean, está dura la cosa when you have to resort to those things, right?
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, I agree with you. Keep it in your home stadium. Enjoy it with your fans, bro. Like, yes, maybe you don't get an extra couple $1 million. But all right, folks, let's bring it on home with some Liga MX. Pa tu corazón. Lo que todos quieren. Lo que no queremos, las Chivas. Right now, they lost after we all thought that they would come back so strong from League's Cup after beating Cincinnati, looking good, looking like they're making progress. We talked about it last time on the episode. If they beat Cincinnati, it's like an uphill climb. Y lo vamos a regresar a la Liga, and they're going to be strong. And then they lose against the worst freaking Santos of all time.
Of the past few seasons.
Managed by a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He was fist pumping after the game in the stands. And I was like, oh, my God.
He was being so extra. Like, he knew they were watching him.
I was like, dude. Oh, so I was like sick to my stomach. But, yeah, they give up a shitty penalty. Chivas does in the first half.
Dumb penalty. Push from the back.
The Santos player puts it away. And él se la cree that they scored a goal. He was like, I could do that. There's no VAR off of the penalty kick. No, he was whack. And then in the second half, Chivas gets their own penalty. Alan Pulido goes up to take it. He does the little brinco, and then he misses it. Carlos Acevedo gets down and gets it close to one of the posts. Wasn't shot hard enough. Didn't fool the keeper with his little jump. Kudos to Carlos Acevedo, but
which put in a shift, by the way.
But shame on you, Pulido.
I mean, just in general, your whole Chivas is cheeks, bro. Like,
bro, you didn't say that against Cincinnati. They looked good. They looked very good against Cincinnati.
Okay.
They played well against Santos, too. They dominated, but it's the same old story. No entraba la pelotita, no. you got to push the ball in, and then they didn't figure out how to push the fucking ball in.
Es lo mismo. ¿De qué te sirve? ¿De qué te sirvió ganarle a Cincinnati?
De que van mejorando.
You were playing de puro pride against Cincinnati, ¿verdad?
It was bench players, too.
Porque ya no te valía si ganabas o no.
Ah, pues sí.
Ahora cuando de veras importa against Santos, ¿dónde están esos huevitos?
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus
That's what we're
Christ.
all saying. It was
I'm an America fan through and through, pero
ahorita vamos a hablar de América,
this
cabrón,
low is crazy.
How is it this low? I'm telling you that they're progressing, but then they had a huge ass fucking estancón. No manches, se cayeron, se tropezaron.
That's the same old story for the past few seasons.
Yeah, but
same old story.
But if we're looking at it on a graph, pues va el stock así, luego baja. Y next week they play Juárez and they got a fucking...
Next week they play Juárez. There
Una partida de madre.
Juárez is not that strong. I feel like you guys should beat them.
Of course.
Yeah,
the only non-strong team, the only team that I think is booty in the Liga Matches right now is Queretaro. Bro, 35-year-olds in there. Like,
Allison.
No, but Juárez has got Estupiñán, that one fool, and they got Ricardinho out of nowhere, some random. I'm like, damn, these guys, they're not bad.
Yeah, Juárez are decent.
Yeah, they're not too bad. So Chivas has got to pick it up there. In my opinion, Milito in any danger? I don't think so.
No.
Hay que respetar proyectos, which we'll talk about in a second. A proyecto that did not work out. I think you got to ride. Allow him to cook. Yes, ask for answers. Are you still working? ¿Qué onda? Is this like, do you see the big old huecos? What happened? And then
I hope they're not. I hope they're letting him just work.
And then figure it out. That's what it is. No more. You can't get any more refuerzos, right? So this is your squad. You're about to sell Camberos.
Which I hope they do. Camberos was killing it, by the way.
He was the spark.
So good.
That dude went in and he was exploding. Like, I'm
Holy cow.
¿Quién quieres? ¿Tú quieres? Yo can.
Me recuerdo Benedito Medina just hustling. Mateo Chavez doing well también en AZ Alkmaar. Just you gotta.
But those are the
release these players with the salon y echarle gas.
Yeah, but that's the big question. The big what if when you are a team that is exporting players, good players. Do I keep Mateo Chavez and have a really strong team this season? Do I keep Camberos? Do I keep La Hormiga and build them up for 5 years and then have like the best team in Liga MX in 5 years? Well, negocio is negocio, right? Sometimes you gotta sell them.
Just need
Sometimes you gotta sell them.
Dejar extranjeros. You guys are cheeks.
I think Chivas has to sell these players and then buy players that are good, but for less. You can't be buying Cade Cowell for $7 million and then you sell Camberos to Europe for $5 million. Where does that math work out?
I see what you're saying.
Cade Cowell sucks. Con todo respeto, Cade Cowell, if you ever want to join the pod. But like compared to $7 million for $5 million for Camberos, like it's crazy. This kid is a wonder kid, and he has so much technical ability. He's so good, and you're gonna let him go for 5, which I'm fine with. 5 plus a sell-on clause. Do it. Pero you have to do smart business, dude. Instead of buying like a Cade Cowell for $7 million, cómprate Kevin Castañeda de Tijuana. Those fools that just like for some reason are a bit underappreciated for $2 to $4 million instead of the $7 to $9 to $11 million. Don't buy Oziel Herrera for 15. Go for some other fool over here, 22, 24-year-old Denzel Garcia from freaking Juárez. Those guys, and build a really strong team and sell more, and then make that strong base.
I still think players like Perez Boquet was a bit of a miss.
He also didn't develop. I mean, he's now donde estará.
And Juárez.
But he's not playing. He's not great. He's not starting for sure. There's sometimes some of the players just don't work out because they don't work out. And he was undersized. He was Nene. He was turning into Nene instead of turning into Camberos, which is probably what they wanted. But yeah, folks, Chivas got to come up next game. Your America, they did come up 1-0 versus Queretaro, which is basically like losing.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with the performance.
Nobody was.
But It was a win. Is a win.
They got booed.
You kind of just slip it under the rug, and we try again next week.
They got booed out of the stadium.
They did. I mean, el americanismo sabe lo que es un jugar bien. El americanismo sabe que es ganar. Ganar así no nos gusta.
Yeah, we know Leagues Cup you guys didn't do
exactly. Like, we're fed up that we keep losing.
You guys haven't lost
tournaments.
Oh, yeah, losing tournaments.
Right? Y luego vas and you faceplant at Leagues Cup, and then you come back and, yeah, you beat Queretaro, but you beat them with one. It was a pretty good goal del güey de Dagoberto. And then Henry Martin comes in y como que no te ayuda y you're like, okay, well, then we need another forward or what's going on.
Henry Martin right now is giving Chicharito vibes, bro, where they're like forcing him. Hey, wait, be that glorious guy you were 6 months ago. And it's like, bro, también su Aquiles, dale tiempo, come on.
I think what's helping America right now is bringing in St. Maximum, helping us out, just keeping people kind of at bay.
It might also raise levels in practice, right?
Yeah.
There's rumors that there's like videos of him torching Kevin. Yeah. Supposedly he had Kevin like tirado, and then Kevin took him out on one play. I saw it. Like he kind of like hit him. But sometimes you bring in that star player to your Sunday league team, right? And then all of a sudden everyone tries a little bit harder. So who knows?
Yeah, we'll see over the next course, over the next few weeks. A ver qué tal. Pero I think bringing him in might do us good, como dices tú, at practices. Pero, I mean, it's only gonna... Cuando se tope con un Jorge Sánchez, vamos a saber.
But where's he gonna start? Sendejas, Brian?
Le va a dar rotación a los dos. You can put Sendejas in the middle as a 10.
Okay. I mean, yeah, maybe like the Valdez vibes. But your Henry Martin struggled so much that he got a penalty que no, hombre, como le soplaron and he fell el güey.
Yeah.
And then he missed it.
Alisson came up big, but
he had a good game, Alisson.
At the end, Henry Martin is known for putting those away. Me vale. Me vale contra quién. He puts them away.
Yeah, he should have put it away. I mean, ya de penal no puedes, like, come on.
You have to. But, I mean, we have La Pantera ahí. Maybe he'll come in and do well. But at the end of the day, Henry is like the team. He needs to do well también. We don't want him to have a okay season and then be like, well, okay seasons aren't good. Like, no tienes que dar más, so you sell him.
And all I'm seeing on social media is St. Maximin does this, St. Maximin does that. He tried a taco.
Yeah, he did.
And I'm just like, okay. He's never had a taco in his life. You kidding me?
¿Dónde ha vivido? Okay.
You see that people were taking pictures of his brother at the stadium?
No, I did not see that.
Apparently he was in Houston fixing his visa stuff. And his brother was at a game, and people on Twitter were saying that he was like in the palco, and people were taking pictures of them because he kind of looks like his brother.
I'm dead.
And
people thought that
he. And then he ended up telling people, "No, I'm not him."
That's hilarious.
Pinche raza, man.
I was gonna say, te vendo a Henry Martin, güey.
I'll take him. It should have been 4 years ago when we wanted him, bro.
The most out of him. ¿Cuánto me das? Sí.
Nada. Little. You guys don't appreciate it. No
Another Oribe Peralta in the works.
I'll take it. Henry Martin. Fight it out with all of our other rucos as striker. Hormiga's the future. He just needs to figure out, the starter, how do you score goals? That's what you need.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the spark 20 minutes off the bench. No, we need you to be the consistent fire across 70 minutes. And then, Pulido 20 minutes off the bench, sure. But Hormiga, it's a different game, no? Some players are off the bench players.
Yeah. Yeah, we thought of Chicharito, he was an off-the-bench player.
También, cálmate.
No, in his United days, he was.
He was, pero también the titular with Madrid, he had great games off starting. West Ham, great games starting. Leverkusen every minute.
Yeah.
But like Camberos right now, you can argue like, hey, bro, like when he starts, he doesn't, like the explosiveness, sometimes it works better in small windows, right?
Ya cuando está cansada la gente.
Mm-hmm. For real. Moving it on, Pachuca, they smacked Atlas 3-0 in Guadalajara in el Estadio Jalisco. Bro, how embarrassing for the Atlas. You're getting sold. You're the ugly child que no te quieren.
Yeah.
There's a small, tiny rumor that they might go to Veracruz.
I hope they don't. That'd be wild. Imagine moving Atlas.
That whoever buys them, they don't own the stadium. They partially own it with Chivas and La UTG and like another organization. So they don't even get money during concerts, right? They don't even.
That's wild.
Like they don't even get like all the rights to like fix the fields and stuff, right? So the rumor is that if a new owner comes, American dollars, their data is going to show, hey, you know what? I would make more money if I own my stadium, if I own the plaza, I own the area. I don't like it there. What if I do, I don't know, like Tijuana también or something? Or what if I do Veracruz? What if I do Chiapas?
Dude, yeah. Chiapas. Veracruz would be good. Chiapas would be good. But Morelia, that's crazy if they move to Morelia.
I mean, who knows? It's up to the owner, right? The owner can do whatever they want because they're not tied there through a stadium. But, I mean, so much legacy, the Atlas, no? Like, so many years.
That'd be insane if they move Atlas out of there.
Yeah.
It'd be insane.
That would be crazy. Ojalá que no pase, but something's happening soon. It was the end of the road for Gonzalo Pineda. He put his letter of resignation in after they lost 3-0 after a terrible Leagues Cup.
After terrible words, choice words.
He said que es una bikini, que no se ve todo y que no sé qué. Awkward stuff.
Dios mío.
Said some weird,
saying that shit,
questionable stuff, and then came back to Liga Matches and lost, and he took the gentleman's way out.
Yeah, better that way than que te corran. I really thought he was going to be a good coach donde fuera lo que creemos que es el de Pumas.
Efraín
Juárez. So, I mean, el quien le toque, hopefully he does well. Best of luck to him, but his time is up at Atlas. Losing against his old coach against Atlanta United over Leagues Cup también no le ayudó. So,
yeah, I just don't know if he is the full problem, which is always the question, right? Was it him? Was it the players? Is it the ownership? Is it the transfers didn't work out? I don't think he had a great situation there. Atlas hasn't been great since the bicampeonato. I don't know. I would like to see him get another opportunity somewhere. But generally, if you get a semi-okay team and you do bad, what's next? Queretaro.
Yeah.
What's next?
Pueblita.
So I don't love that for him because he was rumored to Chivas back in the day. He was rumored to Pumas right now when they got Efraín Juárez. Those would have been great institutions for him to come back to. He was a really good player.
Yeah.
I think he deserved more. Now apparently almost confirmed is Diego Coca making his return.
Making his full return. Después de ir a España, not doing well.
El bicampeón with Atlas went over to Tigres.
Mexico.
Did pretty good with Tigres. And then he had a huge falling out where supposedly they dragged him into the national team muy a huevo. That Tigres even gave him up to go and be the savior of the selección when they were terrible. Does terrible with the selección. Does okay with the selección, and then La Bomba and the new squad comes in, and vámonos, cabrón. We want Javier Aguirre, and they fired him. And he's come out on podcasts and talked about like how they did it. They did him completely dirty. They didn't tell him like, hey, if you lose or you do bad, you're out. I think he won like a trophy or something, and they still fired his ass.
Yeah.
Vámonos, cabrón.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, like, no offense, pero I mean, los argentinos haven't been good to Mexican footy lately.
Yeah, but he seemed like he...
Yeah, in interviews se nota que como que tiene dolor.
Tiene amor a México y le dolió.
Yeah.
And I think he moved his whole family in Mexico, even though he hasn't coached in Mexico for years now. But from there, he went to...
Spain.
He went to Real Valladolid.
Right.
First division. They were on the brink of relegation, and they somehow found his number and called him up. And unfortunately, he did not save them. And then he went to Talleres, and he resigned after like 2 months.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was unemployed for the while, not because he wanted another job or something. He just pues no me fue bien.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no vamos Talleres. No.
Nada.
He said thank you, but no thank you.
So him coming to Atlas would really help him out. And if he does well, then Atlas, like, I mean, se ayudan uno al otro, ¿verdad? Porque él ya fue campeón ahí, la afición lo quiere, so maybe la afición le tiene un poco más de paciencia también. The ownership a Atlas, even though
you
they're
make
changing.
people happy right now. It's probably low. It's probably not too expensive. And you make the crowd happy in a moment where it's so much uncertainty that the team's going to be sold. Yeah. They're not buying players left and right for them because they're going to get sold. Why would you buy players? And you bring them a hero back, probably close to bringing Quiñones back to them.
Bringing memories back from the bicampeonato, like calm the waters down.
I think if he's there, I would, as an Atlas fan, I would feel comfortable. Like, oh shit, like he's gonna be there, and we get new ownership. New ownership will bring money to him, maybe more players and him there. Throwback vibes.
Yeah,
I
think we'll be okay. Van a decir. Yeah, excited. Hopefully they stay in Estadio Jalisco, such a historic stadium. Y que no los muevan.
You know what's funny? Fun fact about Diego Coca, he had 37 wins, 37 losses with Atlas, and won 2 campeonatos. You would think you'd have a positive winning record if you won 2 championships back to back.
Yeah.
But he lost as many games as he won the whole time at Atlas.
He just had Furch and Quiñones do everything.
Well, both of the times I think they were like close to repechaje, and then they made their way in. And then I think before he had the bicampeonato, they were not great. And then they built the team up, and then they ended up winning. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because you look at Jardin's numbers, that fool is losing like 2 games a season, right? This fool was losing 8 games a season and was still making playoffs, and they won 2. No manches. Anselmi's Cruz Azul was winning every single game, and they didn't have anything to show for it. The last game I want to talk about, Tigres. Holy guacamole. Le metieron un touchdown a Puebla.
Y ese Pueblita que viene de calificar en la League's Cup to the semifinals.
It had us all feeling good, too. We're like, hey, Puebla.
Cuidado con Puebla.
Cuidado. No. Hey, cuidado, Puebla. No,
ahí te va otro. They rested all of their players then. Is that what it was?
No, they were all there. They were all there.
I was like, they probably rested half of their squad.
7 different goal scorers. Crazy. And one of them was an own goal. Lainez scored on them. Bruneta scored on them. Guignac scored on them. Came off the bench.
Blast from the past.
Angel Correa, who's been balling.
Angel Correa's probably like, no, hombre, es papita y pa lo que me paga. No.
He's like, this is what I came to this country for? Jesus.
I bet you he gets fat paychecks and he's living his life just scoring 7, 2, 3.
He has 5 goals in like 7 games, dude. He's like Loki gonna be probably seen as one of the better transfers in Liga MX. Like, they've been looking for their next Guignac, right, for the longest time. Nico Ibanez wasn't it, but
he has 5 goals in 6 official games with them. That's good.
For real.
Fucking shit, man. Tigres back at it.
Tigres back at it. All right, Cesar, let's bring it on home.
Let's do it.
With some games to watch. Give me some.
Premier League starts this weekend. We get Liverpool against Bournemouth. Bournemouth who just lost all of their back line, got sold for well over 100 million. I can tell you that much. Against a stacked Liverpool team who spent well over 100 million. First game, tune in. I'm excited that Premier League is back. Join our Fantasy Premier League if you haven't. $25 buy-in. Échale gas.
Que se versine el Bournemouth. Don't forget to set your lineups too. It's a Friday game.
Oh, true.
Those sneak up on you. You wake up a little tardecito and
10:30 I think is
that's why if
the
you wake
deadline.
The game's at 12 then?
Yeah. So an hour and a half.
Okay. Yeah. I also got a Premier League match, Arsenal versus Manchester United, which I think is going to be the one that a lot of people are tuning into. Big test for United, I would say. Because United every year, I think the first couple of matches you're looking, are the transfers that they brought in, are they the solution? This is one year where they brought in big names, not projects like a freaking, ¿cómo se llama? White boy, Højlund. But Mbomo, one of the top players in the league. Cunha, one of the top players in the league. They just got Benjamin Sesko, one of the biggest prospect strikers out there. We'll see what they can do against an Arsenal. Mi Arsenal de mi corazón, I think we got the dub, though. Hey. Venga, Gyökeres.
He's going to go like this instead.
No, but that feels about a score.
We're going to take it to La Liga, which is also starting this weekend. We got Mallorca against Barcelona. Barcelona are going to try and defend their league title against a Mallorca who always tends to struggle, but is really good defensively. So we're going to see if Rashford can maybe break in there. Lamine Yamal, we know how good he is. And Barcelona do not want to drop points because Real Madrid will be right behind them.
I also got a La Liga game, Real Oviedo versus Villarreal. A lot of folks will not care to watch this game, but we will because Real Oviedo's first game in the first division under Mexican ownership. They have 0 Mexican players because they do take international spots, and La Liga is a lot less friendly to them. So I highly doubt we're going to see anytime soon unless they get a superstar from Liga MX somehow. But I want to check it out to see if they have enough to stay up. That's going to be the big question. They did take Rondon. They do have...
They did.
I think they sent Federico Viñas back. They have a couple of ex-Liga MX heads. And Santi Cazorla. He's there.
A long time.
So we'll see if they have enough to stay up. This is a really good test.
We're going to take to Liga MX. You got Tigres against América.
Venga, Tigres.
Tigres just scored a touchdown against Puebla. América beat Queretaro, the worst team in the league, only 1-0. So this game is going to be really interesting. We're going to see if Tigres is really about it this season. And if América have fixed their defensive needs, or are they still going to struggle and get booed again by their fans? Big test for América, pero hopefully they get the best out of Tigres this time.
Let's go. My last one, I got Flamengo versus Internacional. Plenty of times that you can watch them. They play today in Libertadores. They play next week in Libertadores. And then they play this Saturday in League, in Serie A. So you already know there's probably going to be madrazos because they're going to get sick and tired of seeing the same players against each other. But it'll make for a good series.
Is one of the only teams or series of games that I've seen back to back to back.
Chivas América, like 2 years in a row,
Chivas,
remember?
Yeah.
Ay, me dolió a mí mucho.
A mí no.
All right, folks. Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like always, subscribe to us wherever you are listening to us from. Shout us out to a friend. Join our fantasy. Share our fantasy with the friend. Come and try to win it. Good luck. I'm going to win it.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
We'll talk soon. Peace.
Peace.